This is Coprolalia, the only podcast.
Hello.
And we're bloody this time we got Joel with us.
Hey, oh, we're ready?
Oh yeah, we literally just started recording.
Oh, lit. Fuck yeah. Hey.
This is Coprolalia. We're a few artsy-fartsy peeps from Australia. And we like to record a stupid podcast of us talking about whatever bullshit we like. I'm Rye, and I make Instagram posts for the most part, as well as other things. And we've got Giles.
Hello, I do visual art and music and shit talking.
And we got Joel.
Hey.
Good bit.
Tough one. I don't really do anything, to be honest.
You're organizing events and stuff.
Hey, that's the real life me.
Yeah, it's true. He's more of a friendly ghost.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. See how pale I am? Can't. I'm a ghost.
Wouldn't you be... Okay. And if you like the podcast, then you can donate to our Patreons. Those will be linked below. And if you don't like the podcast and you want it to be better, then you can also donate to our Patreons and make it better.
Dine out to our Patreons.
Dine out with our Patreons. One of the rewards is that you can dine out with fellow patrons. Not organised by me, and I won't be there. But you can get dinner with other people who like my podcast.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're
hot people.
We're actually in Vietnam right now during the Vietnam War.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're also dressed like Vietnamese rice farmers to make sure that we're on the right side, the winning side.
And the costumes are extremely authentic for that note.
Yeah,
and,
they were made by actual rice farmers.
And given to us by rice farmers.
Yeah, miss us with that cultural appropriation shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's no appropriation in war.
I got a sickle.
Yeah, you can help out.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into first little topic while we just chill out here and hope for the fighting to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be an adult? When did you realize you were an adult, or do you think you're an adult?
I don't know, because I reckon a lot of the classic milestones that people refer to, I've experienced like ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a fairly committed relationship when I was 16.
Yep.
I was drinking quite a lot by 15.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think that's quite a common one for young Australians. Drinking starts very early for a lot of people.
Yeah. It's not like a rite of passage to drink your first drink or anything.
Yeah. I always thought that scene. I guess you can legally buy your first beer when you turn 18, which is kind of somewhat exciting. But I did that.
I didn't have ID until I was 19, so I actually couldn't drink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely had my first drink well before 18. I would have been 16, I think.
You naughty boy.
Oh, well, you were the one who gave it to me.
I'm sorry, man.
You fucked me up, and here I am, raging alcoholic.
No, you've gone for a month straight without drinking.
Well, I mean, I had a drink. I just didn't get drunk. But that was a pretty good example. That was pretty good. Was a dry January.
Nice.
Ban-Jan. That's what I'll call it. I think, for things like paying bills and shit like that definitely did not feel like I was an adult. Paying bills took me back to being a child. I think that's what pissed me off the most. Is having things feeling like they're out of my hands a little bit. I mean, actually paying them, the physically of just processing bills or just sending the money around through different accounts, easy as pie. But having to deal with companies and setting up accounts and shit like that just made me feel like I was doing fucking homework, and I hated it. I still continue to hate it, though it's easy now.
Living out of home felt somewhat adultish.
I think I found I feel the most adult in work, in terms of seeing my superiors as far less superior, I guess. Like, kind of getting a better understanding of my position in society and just within that particular work environment, and not taking shit from bosses. That's kind of made me feel the most adult,
so
I
when you
think.
get the ability to assert yourself.
Yeah, exactly. When I felt like, and that's the problem with the bills, is like it's harder to talk back for the people who are supplying electricity. But realizing you have a voice, realizing you can kind of stand up and take care of yourself. That was me, baby.
Yeah, well, I reckon we could probably safely claim that adulthood is like a self-transformation, really, rather than this like physical. There's a very physical part of, I guess, maturing, especially I guess puberty and stuff.
Yeah,
like
when
that
you get
as a
hairs on your
process.
dick.
Yeah, and then you crack. Did you
Right.
say crack?
No, I just said dick.
right at the very end of your penis is where you get hairs.
Yeah.
At the tip.
I got one.
Go.
Becoming an adult is when you grow hairs on your dick.
Mhm.
Becoming a man is when you find out how to cut them off. Without cutting yourself.
Becoming a man is using an electric fucking shaver to shave your nutsack and getting little bits of skin cut up in the fucking...
Pinched in it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's when you're a real man.
I think real men do it for their bros. I think real men cut the sacks of other men in a camaraderie sort of sense.
I
Bro,
just set
you're
mine
never
on
going to
fire
get
now.
underneath there. Let me help you out.
Yeah.
I just get naked in the cold winter nights and I light a fire and I crab walk across the fire.
Is that how you became a ghost?
Nah, that's another story, man.
Sick.
Yeah, another time.
Also, by the way, this is episode 42, and this is a bit that we forgot to stay at the start, but here we go. This is episode 42 of Coprolalia, and episode number 42 is also the answer to the life of the universe and everything. So we've got an answer.
Why are we in Vietnam?
Pardon?
That was it. I watched a documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now. So I thought it would be fun to check out the Vietnam War, but it is far worse.
It's pretty bad, hey?
Yeah.
It was famously bad for everybody involved.
Famously bad.
Tropic Thunder made it look a lot more fun, and here we are.
Yeah, hiding among rice farmers to avoid getting blown up.
Anyway, if you hang around till the end of the bloody podcast, we'll give you some life advice. We'll give you the meaning of life.
The meaning of life waiting for you at the end of the podcast.
Yep.
Good podcast.
I got a topic.
Go for it. There we go.
Nice.
Have you have either of you two ever been clubbing?
Clubbing?
No.
Yes.
Not in like. No, not really. Not in a true sense. Not in an actual club.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, me too. But I just went. Obviously, before we ended up in Vietnam, before that,
Yeah.
I went clubbing, and so we all know the song "This Is America," yeah.
Yeah.
That dropped in the club.
Really?
Like yeah. While everyone was dancing, and it honestly killed the floor a bit.
Yeah. No shit.
So do you think it's an appropriate song to play in a club?
What music was surrounding it?
Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling.
I hope if you play "Where Is the Love" and then "This Is America," maybe.
Yeah,
if you're going on a social justice maybe
I don't know.
spree. Nah, man, that's a bad idea. I want to say that's a flat out bad idea.
Even if you listen to the song, it's not like a beat. It's just like solid notes and.
This is America.
And a couple of people were pretending it was their jam and just like getting loose, and I was just like, "What the hell?"
I mean,
I ended up being able to get loose to it. Yeah. What did you say? Sorry.
I love the song, and I think it is it's in some way a banger, but I think it needs to be the right scene. Like, if there's a whole bunch of hip hop heads, or maybe if you played it in a club that played more R&B and hip hop, it might do better. But also the actual version of the song that plays on Spotify and all that, the song outside of the video doesn't have the gunshot sounds, and I actually think the gunshot sounds are super important to the energy of the song, because it creates a distinction between the uplifting guitar chords versus the drum and bass kind of sound. Not the drum and bass, that's wrong, but you know what I mean. So when you listen to it, it's just like nice guitar, and then the bass just kind of rolls in rather than hits hard, and so I think that doesn't create as much detention in the song.
Oh yeah.
So I think that would help a little bit.
I can tell that you care about music production quite a lot.
Fucking put some goddamn cymbals on your ones, motherfuckers. Like, it's so easy, and it makes such a huge fucking difference. Obviously, that's a rule you should break if you wish to, but for a banger like that, or if you want it to be a banger, you got to have some I think distinction was the right word. Like, really strong distinction on the different sections of the song, so people know exactly where they are in the song. Their energy follows the track along. You know. Yeah. Anyway, that was a bad idea. Whatever DJ did that should not do that again.
Relatively insensitive to some degree, but because it looked like no one knew how to dance to it, that felt like my cue to just go, all right, I'm gonna dance to it. Mm-hmm. There's probably some perspective in like Donald Glover where he could justify dancing to it or like grooving out to it.
Yeah.
So I just tried to look for that.
Yeah. When I was doing some DJ sets, I've definitely done that. Not with that particular song, but other songs that just totally fucking killed it when I thought they were really groovy. It's there's, I don't know, that's a hard especially in a club though, and a club in Bendigo in like rural Australia. That seems like a strange choice. Like, you're not. I don't want to say there's no artistry within it, but you are there primarily to serve the crowd. You're there.
Which club was it?
Star.
Fucking oath, cunt.
We went to Metro first. It's not quite a club; it's more of a bar. But so there was a band playing, but
really?
It was more like a guy on the drums, a guy playing guitar, and another guy playing bass or something. But they had backing tracks of like Black Eyed Peas and other artists playing in the background while they just sung those songs over the top of it with the instruments.
Oh, that's so strange.
It was a little grotesque.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm heaping shit on Black Eyed Peas, but they actually were playing quite a lot. They're a club band.
Yeah.
A Bendigo club band.
Yeah, totally.
That's where they found their fucking niche.
Bendigo.
Bendigo's Black Eyed Peas capital of the world.
Dude, they're selling millions of copies in Bendigo. They start talking like they're from Bendigo all of a sudden too.
Yeah.
That's what the Rick and Morty episode should have been about. How much Bendigo loves Black Eyed Peas.
Rick wants to go to a Black Eyed Peas concert in Bendigo.
He gets there and the people aren't even Black Eyed Peas, they're just actors.
I think will.i.am is an actor anyway.
It's like there's like Inflatable and Noodlemen. Have them around.
They're just pea pods that have had the shit punched out of them.
Yeah. Bitches. Hey, I put a video in the lobby. Check it out.
Alright.
For any, will we put that in the description below for anyone to check out?
Fuck yeah.
Chuck it on top of the podcast video.
If you look at your screen right now, you'll see what Joel's talking about.
Yeah.
And I'll also...
And you'll hear our reaction in a moment.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me see if I can... I'll try and line this up properly. Alright. Goddamn party animal.
So, what's the context there?
Oh, me and William hanging out, doing our thing. I just put on some fucking that song by Justin Bieber. And yeah, we're just fucking dancing to it. We're probably both really stoned.
No need to hide that confession. I reckon this is a weed-friendly podcast.
Don't listen to my podcast, Mum.
Does she not know?
I don't know. No, she does. Definitely does.
Really. Joel, why does your room smell like vape?
Fuck. Yeah, just 'cause I smoke weed, Mum.
Can I inquire then, Giles, as well? Like, what with the club scene in Bendigo from your short outing in it. First of all, hang on.
Safari into the jungle of the clubbing.
Wait, I got a story though before we continue.
Yeah, go for it.
One time, me and Giles went to go clubbing with Paddy Moore, and Giles ate pizza from the bin.
Yeah,
Oh
no, it wasn't in the bin. It was on the outside of the bin. There was enough of a flat surface on the edge of the bin that it was just resting on it rather than in the bin.
And you went for it.
I ate it.
We were fucking drunk as fuck. So
yeah, and we actually got denied entry. This was
because I didn't even have ID then. I was underage.
I didn't have ID.
I had a fucking mustache. I'm gonna find that picture from that night.
Oh yeah,
it's on Facebook.
We met a guy who was dressed up as Batman on the train. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, and in the picture he just looks so uncomfortable.
Who dresses up as Batman, goes out into public, and doesn't expect some sort of reaction?
Yeah.
We caught a train from Malmesbury or something to Bendigo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Batman was on it.
I didn't tell anyone I was leaving to do that either.
Yeah, so we all just left with Paddy. He's like, I'm going clubbing. I'm like, alright.
I disappeared and then I caught a train back to Malmesbury at like 5 in the morning. And then
we need to find that.
Everyone woke up with me sleeping on the couch and they're like, what? You disappeared for like 6 hours last night.
If I had Liam on Facebook, we could find that picture of him from that night. Do you remember that one?
I've got it on mine. But it would take a bit of searching.
Is it on your Facebook? I'll search for it.
After the podcast, I can grab it and then.
Nah, I'm hitting it up now. I want to look at it because it's funny as fuck.
All right, well, check out your screens at the whatever time this is now, and you can have a bloody look at that as well, I guess. Wait,
very good.
Does Liam want his face all over Coprolalia? Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
Too bad.
No, Liam's not in that picture, dude. It was you and me.
Yeah, he is. No. No, there was a picture of Liam and he's like throwing up in a bucket and Harrison is behind him.
Oh, was that the same night?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I don't... Nah, let's not put that picture up.
Okay. Don't look at your screen 2 minutes ago or a minute ago.
He It's an embarrassing picture and he has no say in this matter, so I just think...
I had no say in what he did to me.
Do you think it's entirely damaging that the Australian culture of overindulgence? Yeah, to the point where you're supposed to make an embarrassment of yourself.
I think the fool is maybe accepted a lot more in Australian culture.
Yeah, actually,
because depending on the country you're in, if you behave like a fool, like it's like you've cashed in your masculinity card and your like respect from intellectuals card and
that's true.
Whatever.
I definitely think so I've heard stories from there's especially remember like there was a few Italians that I was working with in I think they were baristas, and they mentioned to me that in Italy, obviously not everywhere and not everyone, but social status is a lot more important in terms of how you dress in the streets. Like you would not go out into the streets in just like a t-shirt and tracksuit pants. Yeah, like you'd be looked down upon for that. And I guess there is certain things in Australia that you get labelled if you do wear certain things. Like if you are just wearing a shorts and thongs and a ratty t-shirt, I guess people aren't going to expect that you're particularly high class or you're particularly wealthy or anything like that. But I don't feel you're disrespected nearly as much. Like I feel people will still treat you as a generally just normal kind of person.
Yeah, I actually find that even though I have my gripes with the club culture, you do see probably the highest status people of the town do go to the club and the lower status people. Like it's a mixture of classes. Some people actually go clubbing wearing like expensive suits.
Yeah.
And they dance in them. And it's like they don't really want to give up their image of being rich or something.
That's the part of...
And chicks go out in the fucking most... Not fucking... I don't know. Not fucking... Yeah. I'm trying to say something, and the words won't come out. They're wearing skirts and shit, and it's cold as fuck.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I think that's
You'd have to be gunning so fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
That's where I see... I always think, I don't know, especially when we have giant political discussions about sexism and well, things along those things of that nature. Sometimes it can be hard for me to relate to it in a way because I'm like, no, most people I know seem to have their shit together, seem to act as we are talking about, act as if act appropriately for the times. But then when I was living in the CBD of Melbourne, and on my street there was like three pretty crappy clubs, it seemed, and on a Saturday or Friday and Saturday night, that in the fucking middle of winter when it's freezing cold out, that's when I would see it, and I was like, this is the culture that we're all talking about. Like, yeah, girls wearing nothing, which isn't a problem at all. I don't want to act as if I'm slut shaming, but it's just like the rigid stereotypes. It just seems like... I think it seems like a problem when everybody there is dressed the same and doing that thing, and like all the guys look exactly the same and are acting like you would expect fucking drunk Aussie blokes who are going clubbing to act. Like they're loud and obnoxious and seem dangerous.
They swing their dicks around.
No, I just want to put something in.
Yeah,
go for it.
I reckon it's just like the time we live in now, because like I just put a picture in the lobbies, but look at that shit. Fucking people in the 80s, wearing big fucking fluffy fucking jackets and shit. Yeah, fuck yeah. People should rock that shit, you know?
Yeah, but that's still just to do with the fashion of the time.
Yeah, exactly. But people can do whatever the fuck they want, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And they should be.
Absolutely.
Do whatever you want to do. Fuck you, bitch. Sorry.
Okay, I guess I am. Like it's hard to ignore that styles and trends are that powerful. Like so many people will wear exactly the same thing, and that's actually is really hard to break. And if it happens to be skimpy outfits at the time, then that's what's gonna be what's worn at the clubs.
Yeah, I mean, where do I get a jacket like this image? I would want one pretty bad.
Fucking earth. I'm gonna Google that shit.
You're not going to find it.
Oh, yeah, and if anyone knows, tell us.
I'm sure you'll...
Please.
Vintage stores. I'm sure you'd find something at vintage stores. Before they get
swooped up. For those who can't see the image because Rye forgot to edit it in, which is okay, by the way. That's alright.
Do it.
It's a big, colourful, fluffy jacket. And, big big shades, like slotted shades.
Slotted? Are they slotted? Look.
One of them is.
Yeah, right. I thought when did those?
Holy shit! What the fuck, man?
A lot younger. What?
Oh man, this shit expensive.
Well, I can imagine. It doesn't look like it's going to be a cheap thing to produce. Something of that level of fluffiness.
You can make it yourself.
How are you going to make that yourself? Where are you going to find material that fluffy?
Look, go down to Spotlight, Bruzzy. Yeah. Go look at some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some craft feathers or something.
No, they got like rugs. They got like rugs there that they can cut for you and shit. And all you gotta do is like get that rug, get a shitty jacket that you don't like, and then just cover it in fluff.
That's like anything. You can build anything. Well, not everything, but outside technology, you can build almost anything yourself for shitloads cheaper. That's how it works. That's how products work.
Yeah, but they even make that really difficult sometimes.
Mm.
Like if you want to build your own house and then suddenly you're like confronted with ridiculous red tape.
Yeah, true.
Look, it's 1 inch too high, so you're gonna have to take it all down.
It's when you get a gun and you put it to your head.
Jesus. There's a new law being passed in America. Slightly different kind of situation, but similar anti-consumer tactics. There's a new law being passed in America, or trying to be passed, that makes it illegal to to void your warranty simply because you took apart your laptop or took apart your computer. Like, there's anti-repair kind of tactics in use to try and persuade people to not repair their own computers. They want to send, or any technology, they want you to send it back to the company so they can repair it, charge you more, or the better yet is sell you a new one. And there are new laws being put. You're
definitely a Mac user.
Yeah.
By knowing all of that so well.
Yeah.
I just sent my laptop off twice to get repaired because the graphics card failed twice.
It's pretty damn.
But
rough.
They did it for free because I had warranty on it, and yeah, it's fucking annoying, but it works fine now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, things like that, like doing graphics cards and stuff like that is probably best to send off to the original company who made it. But they're more like for small repairs. Like if your battery dies, the battery isn't actually a particularly high-tech piece of gear. Like you should just be able to open up your laptop and put in a new battery. But obviously with Macs, that's so much fucking harder to do, and it also voids your warranty if you do so. And so
you need special tools, right, to get into it.
Yeah. The way you actually do it with the new ones is like you actually have to use like a suction cup to grab the bottom and shift it slightly downwards before you can pull it up, and it's a whole fucking pain in the ass.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you need special Allen keys plus this big suction cup thing. And who the hell has a giant suction cup lying around? And it's really not intuitive.
Get yourself a pussy pump.
I mean, that might cut it. Anyway, so I watched a video on it, and it's a goddamn nightmare. On purpose. I don't know how you could.
You wanted to watch a horror film, so you just turned on replacing Mac parts.
Yeah. And there's just a little counter down the bottom racking out how much money you owe just for even watching the video.
Just for watching.
Yeah. Goddamn nightmare. I'm done. I'm absolutely over it. I'm not buying another goddamn Mac product unless I have just astronomical amounts of money that I can just pour into whatever I want. Then maybe I'll buy another MacBook as a laptop to take around with me. But as a workhorse computer, fucking no way in hell I'm paying for these pieces of shit ever again. For what you get, it's a nightmare. This bloody laptop costs $4,000. And I was looking at, but I was then looking at the Windows laptops. I mean, obviously you can buy a third-party Windows laptop for fucking half the price with double the power, which is great. But I was looking at the Windows Surface Pros, which are even more expensive actually than a lot of the MacBooks. However, they are also tablets, and they also can flip around and do all kinds of shit, and they come with a pen, and come with all kinds of fancy doodads, plus more extenders, plus HDMI outputs, plus bloody SD card readers and shit like that.
Man, tech overload.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy, the Surfaces, but I would not mind having one. but they're insanely expensive, and there's no way in hell I'm ever going to get one. Unless people donate to my Patreon at patreon.gimme my money.
Don't give him any money, he's just going to buy a Mac.
I ain't going to buy a Mac.
Rye always goes back. He's like...
Fuck
he's
Macs.
like the perfect emotional abuse victim.
They lost his soul when Steve Jobs died.
Actually, Rye can defend himself against an abuser. I'm just taking back my comment from a moment ago.
I mean, I don't feel I've really regained my sense of self after being a Mac user for this long. It's going to be years of therapy before I feel whole again.
Well, I was on the Mac train for a little while. I had an iPhone and I was like, okay, it does what I want it to do. There's none of this hacking.
No, the bullshit. Yeah. Well, but then the last few iPhones I've had have just I know that sense of they just work is kind of gone.
Just sorry.
What's
up? Sorry, one of my roommates walked in.
What?
We're gonna go pick up some pallets using you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you drive manual?
God damn.
Sometimes Joel's in several
go
dimensions at once. It's pretty. It's quite strange.
How going, Nelson? Chocolate.
Whatever arrangement he has with God that allows him to shift in and out of dimensions and whatever. I think it's pretty sweet, but
yeah, I'm back. They just wanted to borrow my ute. And they're getting me chocolate.
What are you talking about?
What's the quack?
What?
The quack?
It's everybody's favorite ducky boy.
Oh. Where is he?
Just with me. Hangs out. Tells me stories of the old country.
What's up? Ducky boy.
This is the same.
Give you a kiss. No. No. To be quiet. Are there even ducks in Vietnam?
You better duck and cover in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Hoo.
I don't know, but we're sitting ducks out here.
Yes. I stood on a landmine.
This is my problem. This is my problem with consoles as well. Back to we're going to continue on.
Like video game consoles?
Yeah. Like the whole point of them used to be that they just worked. If you plug it in, you put your game in, it just goes, baby goes.
Yeah, like the first Xbox that came out, you could probably like drop that down a flight of stairs and you just plug it in and make this fucked up noise for a couple of seconds and then be okay.
Yeah. But now the Xbox One, like even with, I was having a shitty day on Sunday. I was like, I just can't think of what to do today. I just want to get some art done or something, play some guitar. Don't know what I want to do, and I just couldn't bring myself, couldn't find the energy. I thought, you know what? I'll pop on down to EB Games, my local one-stop shop GameStop place.
I think EB's Australian or...
Yeah, it is. Yeah. GameStop is how people would know it. It's basically the same thing. Anyway, wanted to pick myself up at a game for Xbox One and bloody play it, but then I realized that you just can't do that. You can't just go down on the day, pick up a game, and just start playing it. Like, you have to install it, and you have to download the patch, where there's always a day one patch.
Wow.
And with the Australian servers, like, when I picked up Fallout 4, I couldn't play it for a day, because that's just how it works, is you have to download a few gigs worth of shit, plus install it, and the Australian servers are garbage, so you don't get to play for the first day. Which is it's insanity. That's insanity.
I mean, I got off the console train as soon as I got a computer that was better than...
Yeah, fuck consoles.
Better than a 360.
Yeah.
But 360s will like carve a ring into your discs if you move it while it's on.
Yeah.
I did that to your copy of Fallout 3, I think.
And I think I think some other games got destroyed too, but that was probably by like mum or something.
Yeah. Parents don't understand.
No, they don't. Yes. Sorry.
Good podcast. I gotta go to the toilet. You boys handle this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Whack.
So.
Yeah, what's been up?
You're
It's dust here now.
I saw you share an event that might be coming up that you're looking to crowdfund.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about it.
You want to know about it? Yeah, sure. It's me and a guy I met at a festival called Tanglewood, called Matthew. He rubbed dirt on me on the dance floor, and that's how I met him. And yeah, and now we have bunk beds. Yeah, we're running. Yeah, it's fucking pretty lit. We both got queen size bunk beds, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys build them yourself?
Yeah, we built the fucking beds too. We built them out of like recycled wood. It's all recycled wood.
Excellent. And I saw you were building domes. Yeah.
Yeah. So the domes for the fundraiser we're doing, because we're fundraising money to go to Burning Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do a theme camp there called What the Fluff, and it's just going to be full of fucking stuffed animals. We're trying to get 1,000 stuffed toys, and so far we're at like 470 something, I think.
Oh, nice. I mean, you could go to any Salvation Army or like op shop in general and just find all the kids' fluffy toys.
We've just been posting on like mums pages and shit like that on Facebook, like around Melbourne, like mums groups and shit, and just asking for fluffy toys.
Selling off the kids' toys or whatever.
They're just getting rid of them for free. Like all our toys we've been getting for free.
Nice. Alright, and when's Burning Seed?
At the end of September, and it crosses over into October a little bit.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And then hopefully, maybe it turns into something in the future.
Are you back, Ray?
Yeah, man.
What's up, Ray?
Cool, you didn't get shot by the Americans.
No. They're off in the distance, as is very apparent by the sounds. The sounds that you hear.
Did you bump into any other Vietnamese rice farmers?
I did.
Did you meet Hang Chao?
I just didn't say anything because I can't speak their language, and we just casually went our ways.
You can tell it's
down for a beer.
You can tell it's Hung Chao because that's the only thing he says.
Yeah.
Is he a Pokemon?
He looks at you and he's like, ah! Hung Chao.
Hung Chao.
Hey! Whoa! Wow! Hey! Yeah! Hey!
Wait, what? You sound like an Aussie bloke who's had his son just say he loves him.
Dude, do you know that is Hung Chao? Hung Chao is actually an Aussie bloke.
Pardon?
Hung Chao is an Aussie bloke. He doesn't know how to speak. Yeah.
Wow, well maybe we should bring him back from here with us, because he's stuck out here.
It's probably not a good place.
I think he likes it.
He likes the rice farming lifestyle. I reckon I'd enjoy it for a little bit.
I'm sure there's peace to be found in it.
Just as they're shot at by the Americans.
Yeah.
Well, hope we can bring him back into a better time period.
True.
70s is garbage. Bad time.
I reckon taking them 50 years into the future, it would look exactly the same, to be honest.
Maybe. I don't know.
Except they got mobile phones and shit.
Yeah, true.
And internet cafes. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, bro.
We're out in the sticks. Like, we're not in the middle of, like, Ho Chi Minh City.
Singing kitties go papa 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 san, take me home.
I hope that's not what you think. That this what best represents our time period is Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Wait, guess what? Sidetracking here, boys.
Yeah,
I
but
go for it.
one of the mums actually
imply that we've
dropped
had
off
a
fucking
track.
one of the mums like that we're getting fluffy toys from.
Yeah.
Dropped off Beyblades.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's just a bowl of Beyblades sitting in the house in the
yeah.
lounge room, and I was like, fuck yeah, fucking hell.
You should settle like household chore disputes with that.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it. That's how
Who's
we settle
doing dishes
arguments.
tonight? Let's blade off. Let's
I
Beyblade
just do all the dishes most of the time when I'm up here.
You're a good guy.
Yeah.
Or you can
I'm a
blade
good
off
guy.
something
That's why
else.
I've got 7 ticks next to me name. Come on, good boy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, got a tick system in this house.
Perhaps you could start a YouTube series of Beyblade tournaments.
Fucking earth. Yeah.
For anyone listening,
Fuck
don't
yeah.
take that idea.
Yeah, if you do, curse your dad, curse your mum. You're gonna have another brother, probably. Little fuck.
A child of the
He's
devil.
gonna grow up and shit in your bed. Actually, that reminds me of my friend William when I was younger. Not the one we know, but he was William Steen. I don't know. No one will probably know him. Like, yeah. Anyway, childhood friend, best mate, sick cunt. One time we cooked up a chicken, like a little bit of chicken on a frying pan with egg, and just a bunch of other random shit. And then he pulls off the frying pan with his hand, and he runs down the hallway towards his brother's room, and he fucking throws the chicken at his bed, and it hits the wall behind his bed and falls down behind it. And he just left it there.
Wow.
And it was like the walls were brick, they were like a dark brick color, so there's like this like yellow ring on the wall.
God damn.
But it took him like 2 months to find it, and every time he did some shit like that, he would always blame it on me. And
Wow.
like, fuck you, William.
How old were you guys?
Oh, like 7.
Damn.
It's crazy
Yeah.
seeing friends when they're that young just test the waters of
Yeah.
how life works, seeing how much you can blame on someone else.
Oh shit.
I got a good question. What's the worst thing you've ever blamed on someone else?
I don't know.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Can't think of anything. I think I've kind of owned up to most things. I don't think I've
good.
had the courage. I wouldn't even phrase it as like it was a good thing to own up to everything. I think I just didn't have the courage to lie about stuff.
No, you had the respect.
Nah, because I wanted to get away with it, and I just didn't because I couldn't pull it off. Which is I don't have any moral high ground.
I can seem like I can confidently say what I believe is true, but when it comes to lying, I'm too telling. It's like I'm trying to give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't stop people from thinking some of my true stories are actually lies, which has happened on occasion.
You've got some pretty wacky stories, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
I think there are some people out there who live such weird lives that people think they're nuts simply because they can't tell the story without people disbelieving them.
Yeah.
Pretty rough. Pretty damn rough. Like imagine, like Joel, some of the things you've seen and experienced at a doof, like really hard to tell, really hard to illustrate and like explain to somebody.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of gotta like. I love trying to envision what people are telling me. I love doing that shit.
Yeah.
And just thinking about how it happened and like all their expressions and shit like that and what went down. But yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to bring stories out of the top of my head. I kind of got to be reminded of something to like be like, yeah.
Yeah, I getcha. Well, and I think I've tried to just let go of all my childhood, like, negative experiences.
Yeah.
I think one time one time a computer was messing up. I was at some sort of distant relative's place, and their computer had a bad virus in it. But I thought I did it. Suddenly the computer was fucking up, and I thought they're gonna catch me using it while it's like while the data is being corrupted or something.
Yeah.
And I tried restarting the computer, and just like it wouldn't restart, and I just had like this heart attack, like, and then the guy whose house it was and computer it was, he walks over and just says to me, "Oh yeah, it does that all the time." And I was like, oh, holy shit. But I had my story ready. I was just like, nah, one of the kids was on it a moment ago or whatever.
Yeah. I think I've definitely that's one thing I can say is I've definitely lied to my mum about technology, like shit that I've done to her computer or just things that I've broken because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right. I had a look at the history, and there were some websites that popped up. Just pop-ups. That
Pop-ups.
was a video game.
Yeah.
A video game website that had pop-ups.
Pop-ups for 5 hours straight. No 10-year-old boy can keep it going for 5 hours. That's grown man shit right there. That's when I knew I was an adult, when I could go for 5 hours.
When you just owned up to it, that's when you're a real man. Just like,
yeah.
I went to those sites.
Yeah. Favorite sites. Would highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Would talk again. That would be such a weird dynamic. But you know that there's somebody out there who is probably that open with their parents and would recommend sites. It's like, what is it? Rule 32, Rule 34.
Yeah, one of those two, actually.
Yeah, where if something exists, porn exists of it. There should be another rule for reality that if you can think of a fucked up relationship, it probably exists. If you can think of a character, that person exists somewhere. There's 7 billion people on this planet. It's gonna happen somewhere. I would just mess mum's computers up all the time, though. I think I was pretty savvy to the. I think I was pretty savvy to the history.
That's terrible.
But like, because we didn't have many games, so I would download games all the time, and mum's computer would just slow down to a fucking crawl because they were full of absolute garbage that I had downloaded.
Yeah.
And I'd cap the internet all the time. Like halfway through a month, the internet would get capped, and mum would be like, "Well, that's it. We're done. We got no internet for a month. Fuck you." And I'll do it every month. Would never learn my lesson. In my defense, she shouldn't have let me back on. She should have just taken it away. But I think she tried.
I think I can relate to that. My mom would try and like not get me to try to get me to do other things and use the computer, and I would just like hover around it, going like, "What?
Yeah.
Can I play it now? Can I play it now?"
Yeah.
Yeah. But also just fighting with siblings over like the console or whatever.
Yeah.
Joel, did you ever have to fight with your siblings over playing the Nintendo?
Fucking earth, all the time.
Looking back, because parents are usually wary of that kind of shit. It used to be people were wary of comic books, people were wary of television. People wary of computers, though. I feel like perhaps I don't know. No, there's definitely good things to be gained out of both TV and comic books, but parents being super wary of children using computers way too much. There's obviously side effects, but for me, like, I wasn't having a good time at school, but computers actually allowed me to create shit. Like, I was using Photoshop constantly. Yeah. I was recording songs in like shitty sound recording apps or building levels in Warcraft 3. Like, that was probably
that one paid off.
Yeah, well, fuck you, whatever. It teaches you creativity. Any creative outlet can come back later on. It can teach you certain design principles. Like, you can learn some basic concepts that apply to all design.
Like knowing that you need to place wild bosses next to resources to make it harder for people to expand too quickly.
Yeah, that teaches you how to. It's all about risk and reward for further down the track in life. There you go.
So you learnt about gambling.
Yeah. Warcraft 3 didn't teach me gambling. Fucking Overwatch taught me gambling.
Overwatch.
The new game. Gambling mechanics.
Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I just like overlooked that. Yeah. Overwatch and even Team Fortress 2 and all of that loot crate situation. Yeah. Very bad. Very bad for kids.
That's where I would be wary. If kids are playing Minecraft, fucking let them play Minecraft all goddamn day. Like,
yeah, it's a single payment and then you're sorted.
Yeah, and what are they going to do otherwise? Like, it's essentially the same thing as letting them play Legos. You wouldn't take the Legos away saying, "Oh, you're rotting your bloody brain, you bloody children." If they were playing Legos all day.
Or make them pay money so that they can continue playing with the Lego. So they have to ask their mum for money.
Yeah, but it's a gamble as well. They say that she buys like 2 boxes. One's a tissue box, one's a box of new Lego, and you have to gamble and see which one you're going to get.
Yeah, true.
But things like mobile games and like AAA games that with gambling mechanics, that shit can rot the brain. That creates a very strange association with the risk and reward, and teaches you how to be a gambler. I would be wary of that, letting children get into that too much. But I just wonder, like, thinking back to when I was growing up, and I wasn't held back. I was given a lot of access to the computers, but there was still limits. There was still time limits and stuff like that. And I do wonder now and then, like, I wonder what would have happened if they had nurtured it more and said, "Hey, yeah, you can fucking spend all your time on here, but here's the things you can do with it. Like, just give me access to Photoshop and maybe taught me how to use it better." And though mum taught me a lot about Photoshop, so that's good. But yeah, things like that. Things like creative things you can do. Or teach kids how to 3D model from an early age. Give kids the tools how to teach themselves how to code from an early age. And maybe they wouldn't play as many video games. I don't know. Because kids are just interested. Kids are just like, they're just inquisitive. And at that age, it's flashing lights. It's a box that lights up and does things for you at the click of a button.
Yeah,
That's exciting. To turn that into a hugely productive learning tool for them.
Yeah, and even a career, because let's face it, the video games industry is like one of the biggest industries in the world right now.
Yeah.
So
there's a gaming bar, there's a sports bar that's just professional video games, and it's great, a lot of fun. Also, extremely inviting environment, which is really nice. Everyone feels like a very safe. Oh my god, sorry, I'm just dying while I'm talking. It's a very safe environment, and it's really lovely. Video games are the future, have been the future. Actually, they were the future. Now they are just the present. That's not a revelation for anybody.
Yeah, VR is here. It's all happening.
Yep. Anyway,
I'm a little hungover from the weekend.
Cool. That would have been a good disclaimer at the start.
Here in Vietnam, we were drinking rice wine.
Sake?
A lot of it.
It would probably. No. I'm not sure if it'd be called that there. It'd be called something else. Here. I mean here.
It's just called Vietnamese rice wine here.
Yeah. Anything else we want to touch on? Good podcast.
We got the meaning of life coming up, I think.
Yep, that's coming up.
Yeah.
All right. Look, we're pretty close to the hour anyway. I guess you boys have made it. Let's really reward you with the meaning of life.
You can tell we're such high energy right now.
It's pretty cold.
Really excited for this.
Yeah, get ready, guys.
It's really going to clear a lot up for me.
The literal meaning of life is whatever you're doing that prevents you from killing yourself. Albert Camus.
This has been a Coprolalia.
Yeah, fucking see us.
What? We didn't get bombed.
There's something in the background. I fucking hear that.
Oh no, it's Agent Orange. Run!
You can smell that, boys.
Not our Ross.